Students say that eating out and filling up on gas are the two main sources of their spending. An alarm will sound if any student tries to pass through this point with unchecked out books. Rec Center also has a 27-foot climbing wall for students who want to get a leg up on their fitness. Despite the 5 existing Java cities on campus, ECU recently added a Starbucks to the Dowdy location. Students speak to their partners through this microphone, and a monitor allows the host country to see inside the ECU classroom from across the globe. Almost everyone knows someone who's been affected by cancer.
My grandmother's a breast cancer survivor. My great-grandmother passed away from lung cancer.
Event coordinator Jordan Lowell and other Relay for Life participants came out Friday to walk and raise money for the American Cancer Society.
It's been great so far. We have a couple bands that will be playing.
One of those bands was Piercing Silence.
Cancer affects so many people, so it was really exciting that we got to participate.
Lead singer Pierce Roth performed in honor of his sister Kelly, who is a cancer survivor.
We found out she had cancer last summer, and it was a pretty big deal because nobody in our family really had cancer before. So when she told us she had cancer in her lymph nodes.
Pierce gathered Sarah Lucas and other close friends to walk in the 12-hour event.
He asked me to be on Team Jelly Bean earlier this month, and I accepted.
Piercing Silence was anything but silent at the event that brought in around 1,600 people right here to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Participants entered through Gate 6 and walked the track while the band performed.
And by the end of the night, I feel that more people knew about Piercing Silence as well as Kelly Roth.
She was really excited that we did it in her name. Hopefully we get asked back to play.
The band plans to continue playing shows that raise cancer awareness and money for the cause. It's something we've been doing for years, but at the Landing Apartments, connecting to the internet isn't so easy. Residents like Katie Peros have struggled to maintain their connections all year.
Sometimes it goes out for days at a time, sometimes it works for days at a time, but usually it goes out every single day.
The Landing advertises free internet as one of its amenities.
When you move into a place, you expect basic amenities to work, something like the internet.
But the leasing agreement states that the Landing is not responsible for the internet's performance. Courtney Burlingame works as a leasing and marketing manager for the Landing.
They're not paying for it as part of their rent, so it's not that they are entitled to it. It's something that we're providing for them.
She receives several complaints a week from residents about connection problems.
Our process is to direct them to Campus Tech, which is our internet support, and then they will call them from there. They'll put in a work order.
I have been on the phone with them all year long. I've talked to the regional manager several times. I think it really depends on where you live in the Landing.
But Katie lives in apartment 9, on the other side of the complex from building 2, where Beverly Neffa lives.
It's frustrating because if it's 8 o'clock at night, it's like, who are you supposed to call? You're supposed to call the 1-800 number, and then they say they're going to send someone, but then no one really comes till the next day.
We say, if you don't hear back from them in a timely manner, or if it's still down, tomorrow, let us know so we can then call and escalate the issue.
Many residents fear their schoolwork will suffer because of the problem.
I have to take online quizzes, and I was taking one, and the internet was working for the first half of the quiz, and then for the next half it was out, and so I panicked and ran down to the computer lab.
But that's another problem.
There are probably about 6 computers there. Only a few of them work sometimes. It's a mess.
At the Landing, a simple task like checking emails is an ongoing struggle. Residents use an Ethernet cord like this one to connect to the internet, never knowing if anything will even come up. Some turn to wireless as an alternative connection.
I have just strictly plugged it into the wall and it's failed, and then we constantly have a router, but that sometimes will go out.
Managers have discussed switching providers, but the decision is up to owners and property managers.
We do the best. We want them to have good internet. We don't want them to have bad internet. They get very unhappy about it.
We're not re-signing our lease because of this very issue.
They hope to improve the Landing's internet connection and clear its bad reputation.